Hi, I'm Paula, and welcome to Bead Design by On a String. I'm super excited to share this one with you today. It's a treasure hunt. If you imagine somewhere like your op shop, as we call them here in Australia, or a thrift store, there's just an absolute treasure trove of things you can find in there that you can actually bead around and you can create unique pieces from those little pieces of treasure. I'm going to go through some of the samples of how I've done this in the past with different things that I've repurposed, do a little bit of storytelling about some of those pieces, and of course, go through our free printable guide that you can find at onastring.com.au, which is all about a treasure hunt. So let's dive in and have a look at treasure and how we use it in beadwork. Let's look at treasure. Can you recognise what this piece is here? It's actually a chandelier spike. A friend of mine had a renovation at her house and was getting rid of some of these spikes, so I grabbed a few of them. I've used them in pendants and I've used them to create this ring holder. So this is a piece that I did with a class with Nancy Kane some years ago, and I've used that beautiful chandelier spike with a really structural peyote base to create a piece of decoration ornament that actually holds a ring. So you can see how that works there. Chandeliers, really great way to get some beautiful crystals and use those in beadwork. You can actually see through here and see the base of that beautiful chandelier that sits there in the bottom of the piece. Okay, another piece that I love making this several years ago. Look at the face of this particular brooch, and I found this in an op shop. And the op shop, I think I paid like $30 for this particular piece, which is a little bit pricey. But I looked at the face and I knew I'd be able to utilize that in my beadwork. I then have created this beautiful pendant piece that is all about some fringe and gold and tassel. It's got a lovely ceramic focal that came from Peruzzi Beads, beadwork and embroidery all around here. It's actually got a little bit of silk that I stuffed in the face here so that you can actually see the blue come through, and there's a little bit of silk in behind the beads there as well, and that came from an old piece of fabric that I found that matched these colors beautifully. I've got the little tassel here, and this tassel was part of an earring set that came from sports school. So I've repurposed lots of things in this piece. It's also got this beautiful crown here of beads that sit right across the top, and some stonework in the beautiful chain that sits here, along with an Asian inspired piece here that is that button clasp that you can see. So lots of components of treasure in that particular piece. Another one here is this beautiful vintage button, and the button is the centerpiece for this pendant. It also has some French braid around the edges. It's got some ginkgo beads and some button beads on there, and that black and white button is the real central focal on this piece. So another way to repurpose a button that was found from a vintage store alongside different pieces of fabric, etc., to create that piece. If you want to see how I made this one, you can actually watch the video on my black and white design on the fly, which this piece actually featured in as well. So there's some of the little treasures that I've made with beadwork over the years. Okay, let's have a look at our treasure tracker, the printable guide available from On a String, and you can actually scan that QR code there and grab a copy there for free from our website. The treasure tracker has different worksheets you can actually complete. So you can have a reflection and story page where you can actually think about your piece and what it might remind you of. You can actually look at when you're going through your op shop or your thrift store, think about the different pieces. Was it a brooch? Was it a button? Was it a pendant? Was it fabric? And where can you actually use that piece and how did it catch your eye? You can actually do a little bit of a record of what sort of a piece that is. Was it smooth or rough? Or was it sparkly? Or was it worn, well worn by someone who may have loved it? Then you can actually do some sketching and plan out what your treasure tracker piece is going to look like. How will you actually honour that piece in your beadwork? It's a great way to actually get some really, thoughtful consideration in doing your beadwork with using our treasure tracker guide. Thank you so much for joining me in Bead Design on our treasure hunt. I hope you really enjoyed seeing some of the pieces that I've created with treasure from op shops and from thrift finds. Really great way to honour your pieces in designing them into different things for beading. I know over the years I used one of my sister's earrings from her wedding and created a pendant for her out of those. I created a brooch for my sister-in-law from one of her grandma's pieces. So really great ways to honour those treasured memories from pieces, let alone the things that you can find in your treasure hunt in an op shop or thrift store. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to see more of our videos and content from Honest String. And of course, check out honeststring.com.au for a range of tutorials and beading tools to make your beadwork and your journey in beading much, much easier. Look out for other videos, including things like colour chat or texture talk. And until next time, happy beading. Bye for now.